yeah, she's fine. Oh, that was when the first pregnancy. I said, we're expecting a baby. He said, you know one thing about women? I said, yes. If you want to tell anybody that wants to advise me about women, I will listen. He said, character where woman gets when he is single, different. Character where woman go get
when he marry,
different. Say character where she go come get when he born, or when she get
born, different from when she born.
Then when she born, different. Say that in they grow na level of
new
just like plants.
New update. They update the words.
The man can say, then if she can't really born man for you as an African lady,
she don't settle down. You're welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast show where we talk about anything and everything as it concerns marriage. You're welcome to Now That You Are Married podcast. See the way they talk like better person, because these guys will not always stop to remind me that I'm the only unmarried man.
Unfortunately. You said try get married now.
Let me introduce you.
Don't mind, brother.
Try get married so that we go.
Man, I'm not serious.
Can I start?
You go soon clock 40.
He will.
Yeah, you still senior.
Shut
I still know that. I'm senior. Okay, let me continue. Don't mind them. Forget the unnecessary side distraction. Okay, you're welcome back to Now That You're Married podcast. We will talk about anything and everything as it concerns marriage, right? So to do justice to today's topic, I have something I think is interesting. You know, sometimes like you just hear them say now, they always want to make me feel like there's something so special they are doing as married men, right? So they're going to tell me today, what is that special thing they've done? What is that special thing that we unmarried people cannot do that they've done that has made their marriage stay? Right. So to talk about this, I still have to my immediate right the ancient of days in the marriage affair.
Okay, my name is Chizobam. Thanks for having us here.
All right.
Okay, hi guys. My name is Steve. Thanks for having us here.
Like the Asian of days, thanks for having us here. My name is Kelvin Benjamin Emodi.
Okay, my name is Victor. I still remain your host for this show. And then to our very own, which name should we call it? Say we know call Ancient of days again. Cheesy, okay, yeah. Cheesy. So I will be talking about something I think I find a little interesting. What are the secret ingredients, or what are the spices? What are those one or two things that you married people do that we don't do that has kept your marriage going? What are the secret ingredients that has kept your marriage?
Let me start. The secret ingredient that has kept my marriage going is the fact that one, I got married to a friend, and that foundation has kept my marriage going. We're very good friends. Aside, before we got married, we're very good friends. You get? So I think that friendship, and if you are a friend with your partner, you guys will communicate more. So that's what I realized. So we communicate even when we're fighting. In the midst of that quarrel, there's still small communication that you say, so why didn't you now tell me? So this thing, this person told you to tell me something, and still you say, don't worry, we were not talking before now. There's still communication in that, irrespective of the argument and all that.
So if I get you right, in as much as you're saying your friends, so communication is also...
Communication is like the base. You guys have to be communicating. So those were the ingredients that has actually kept us going.
Yeah, communication is the key mainly. But in my own case, there are some homes what if in the case you don't have a man who talks at all or talks more? What do you do?
Okay, talk your own. What has kept your marriage?
But if you ask me, communication is not when you talk and talk and talk and talk. You might just speak. You can. It's not a must that you will talk.
So communication must not be verbal, like not be oral. Like
For
It
real.
must not be with
Your
words. Is that what you're
spouse should
saying?
be able to read every
That's what I'm
gesticulation,
It could be
every
with your
sign,
reactions, your
every
face.
of your reactions to things, how you react to things.
So it must not be by saying things.
Yes, it's not
Body
verbal.
language,
body
It's
language.
not
your
necessarily
yeah, for
frowning,
real, for real.
your
Exactly.
sign.
Exactly.
When you are not happy, they should be able to
Exactly.
read everything.
Communication is just you're sending a message. So if she can read or he can read the message through your reactions, that's communication.
Yeah, for real,
Yeah.
that's true. All right, for me, out of all, I'll actually just pick one. I think patient in every marriage, unlike when we are single, that's what those are things when you apply.
Patience. That means you can be a marriage counselor.
For real now, I dey counsel people now. People that have been
Baba, you be-
20, 30 years in marriage, just come to me.
For this industry.
I'll counsel you. There's this saying that before I got married, I always from small, I used to mingle with people who are older than me. It helps a lot. You understand? There's some things you'll be seeing at that point. Then it will look as if, these people they fuck up. See person why they look up to self. See the way they behave. See as they do it in wife. But it's when you are growing, you'll be seeing those as you're learning. You're picking something from this thing. So when you find yourself in such situation, you'll be like, okay, this man do like this, and it no work. Let me try this. You understand? Most people say experience is best, but sometimes it's not. If you are someone who observes very well, if you can apply,
So you can
Those
learn
some-
from other people's
yes, you can
experience instead of
actually
having
learn
it happen to you
yes,
first before you learn.
But sometimes why they say experience is the best teacher is because when it happened to you, you must that thing you must learn. You get
You go get receipts.
you go get receipts. Just like when they offer you a teaching or a coaching of any kind without you paying anything. Some people can
So
grab,
experience
some
will
people might
cost
not
you
grab.
something.
But if you pay some like $5,000 or $2,000 to get it, if not for anything, you don't want to waste that money. You would want to get value from those
No,
teachings.
I just like us to always eat the nails on the head. So
Yes.
if I'm picking something from what you're saying, you're trying to say that experience is going to be like a life. If you experience it yourself, you have like an evidence, something to prove to show for
Not
you.
really like an evidence. Why most people said is not actually the best is because you wouldn't want to. Some experience what I experienced and I survived. You might go through that same process
survive.
and not survive. You get so. But what I pick in my own side of secret ingredients is patience, like I said before. And it's working patience / decision making. You understand?
When you say patient, who is having patience? Is it you or the wife? Because now we need to be sure. Make you know they give us another person quality.
Who is having the patient?
Bros,
Who is the
Let me tell you somebody else.
The patient.
And what kind of decisions?
it works pari passu.
Yeah, that's it.
You understand? Okay,
Paris.
because look at it in this way: if I am patient with my marriage and my wife is not, it won't work. But if I'm patient and she's patient, it works. But it's just that sometimes one's patient might be more than if you are trying to. One might be telling you, "Calm down now, calm down." There's no point fighting.
They play.
You understand? So actually, it works for me. And again, when I talked about decision making, you understand? It's actually for a man. I don't know about women, but for a man who wants to get into marriage, I think one secret ingredient you should have for yourself is tell yourself, make a decision that you see this marriage I'm going into. Forget this one they do in the church. You say, oh yeah, hold your hand. How do they used to say it? For better,
for worse.
Those ones don't sink. It's the personal decision you make for yourself
So we die here.
that sinks. Say, you see this marriage I'm going
We
into.
die here.
If you like, may you go, may my wife, may you go here, may you go here. I will be here. You understand? So it's working for me. So that's why I see every error as I beg. It's part of life. It calms everything ahead for you. You get?
Sure.
But if you don't have those understanding at first, if you see any problem, you say, I don't believe this kind of thing will happen. But if you have that mindset that I'm expecting the worst at every point, if it happens, you're like, I don't know. You understand? It's
Okay.
working for me.
For me, like Steven said, what really helped me in my marriage and still keep us moving is like friends. Sometimes you come to my house, like me, even till now, I call my wife Otele, and she call me the other one.
Please,
you understand?
explain to us.
He's aware.
Ooh.
So sometimes he will come. Sometimes he will come
What
around.
is Otele?
He will now want to know.
I never knew some people have some sweet name for their wife.
Yeah.
It sounds very sweet.
Can you spell
Otele.
this? Sorry.
No,
Let's not get distracted.
But that name sweet.
Yeah.
Otele. I'll try it on my wife.
I remember I have
I'll try it on my wife and see.
Somebody was telling me the other day that he has a friend, a lady that she cannot. Maybe when you trying to tell the friend that. It's like you are mad or you are something.
I think I was the one that was having that discussion.
Okay, you are the one.
Someone, yes.
That the person will be angry. I was like, for me, that thing, really kept us moving. Even when there sometimes will be, when we are fighting and all that. Fighting is not this one. No. Definitely in marriage there must be misunderstanding because both of you are still learning each other. But in all that, you still see us. Still look at somebody, but I know I'm this kind of person. I'm stubborn if I'm angry. Yeah,
you are stubborn if you're angry.
Yeah,
wow.
I'm not the one that, like he said, patient.
You are not the one that will come down. You must win. You must win that fight.
Yes.
This is explanation.
My wife always.
That's why we call you Diokba.
My wife will always.
So you want to win every fight.
My wife will always come and say, if whether you like it or not, let me greet you and you did not respond to me. Today you will not go out. I will just laugh. But before
that
I
means
wake
in
up
every
the
fight,
morning,
she will be the one to bring that moment of reconciliation.
Yeah. Because of that friendship.
Funny enough, in my own marriage, it's not like that. I'm the one that always goes.
I'm the one.
I'm the one that even goes to say, "Okay, I'm sorry."
This
most time I'm thinking. Yeah, actually.
When we talk about like 100 this thing, my own is like 30 or 40.
This way they talk, don't make me remember.
But men are different anyway.
We have this ego.
Men
we have this ego that now she do this one, now she go come say I'm sorry.
But bro, what if this thing can't hold you? How you want to take them?
If you come,
if matter can't hold you.
If matter can't hold me,
if that level can't hold you,
if it can't,
you go still they do.
Do you know that? No. Do you know sometimes?
You know the humility. Do you know sometimes? Do you know sometimes you can't be a hit. You cannot be a hit.
Can I take back my show? Can I take back my show? All these married men.
Keep quiet.
You are having married men, and we are trying to be open.
You are the one that called us, my brother.
Stevie,
let me tell you, my brother.
No, sorry, Stevie. Sometimes. If that thing hold you, that thing they also reconcile the
see
which
thing?
My brother.
No, we are not in practical class here.
That thing you never you say you go invest the chop food.
They chop.
You go invest the chop food.
You guys are you all lost me for
Victor, what is that? Do get
okay. Actually, we are talking about the secret ingredients.
Yes, it's part of the ingredient.
Spice of the marriage. Some people already eating. You have not put it. Okay, so it's nice to understand that communication and patience, like you said,
decision making,
friendship, being able to tolerate each other are very.
No, that tolerance. Me, I won't go with it too.
Tolerance.
Yes, tolerance.
I don't like
women.
You need special grace.
Exactly.
I think you need special grace to be able to tolerate.
Exactly.
If you are going into marriage, I might not be seen from the angle you are saying it, but if you're going into marriage with that kind of mindset, tolerance, my brother, there are some things you can't tolerate. All right.
Explain to us. Maybe
so
we don't know.
If I'm going into marriage with that mindset of tolerance get limits.
See.
Every individual get what you say person go do you.
You not become rubbish.
You go say you by yourself say I no fit tolerate this one.
Okay. Now
so what happen when you cannot tolerate?
You leave the word tolerance.
No, so Benjamin,
that aspect.
So everything she does.
If you're going into that marriage,
let him make his point.
If you're going into that marriage, if this is the person you want to marry, leave tolerance. Just take it that everything she's doing. I am accepting it. So use the word acceptance because if you say tolerance, if you tolerate, there are some things she will do you won't tolerate. So accept every shit.
So what you're saying is from that point where you agree that she's your wife,
Yes.
everything she does becomes all right. Like you
Yes.
just accept it. Like
Accept it.
you know that you are not with a perfect person, and I beg, you just move on.
Not until she kill you though.
I don't really support that. I don't
Because
really
I've-
agree.
The word tolerance is
Yeah.
is
You
is
can't
because
tolerate
a lot of marriages
brothers,
have
yeah.
a lot of marriages are actually going down the mud because I'm tolerating, I'm enduring.
I don't
You know,
endure. Some married people
that
tell you,
I'm
I don't
enduring.
endure. I don't
that's-
tolerate your nonsense.
Benjamin,
Since.
that you just said
That's
now
what people
is
say.
opening us up to another discussion.
Go on, fire.
So
on.
now in a marriage where, because it's two different people coming
Yeah,
from two different backgrounds,
for real.
two different upbringing and
Sure.
things you're exposed to. Okay, you marry somebody because you, like he said, I think he's the oldest in marriage here, and he said something that he's still learning. Both of them are still trying to
everybody's
understand
in process.
themselves.
Everybody's learning.
So
No
if you're
matter
still
the
trying to
age.
understand yourself, that means there are some things you don't know about your wife, or that you will
For
still
real.
find out about your wife.
Yeah.
What about if you find out something that is beyond your level of tolerance? How do you deal with that? That's one question. Or if I should paraphrase that question, if I should paraphrase that question, so you just be one at a time. How do you manage some new discovery in your marriage? Some new thing like, so now my wife be this. How do you manage it?
That is where I am coming from. You understand? With my kind of mindset of accepting whatever I see in this marriage and having a decision that I'm not opting out. If I see any new character, any new behavior, I'll be like, oh, okay. That will help me to manage it. But if I'm going with, when you talk about tolerance, that means you already know your wife. You already know the limits she can go. Right? Because that is why you can tolerate.
Okay.
Like Bro Steven said, he married his friend. All right. So to a greater length, Steven can tell you about his wife from the courtship level to this marriage aspect. All right. So what happens if you have been tolerating her? You've known her excesses, you've known everything, like almost 99% of her character, and tomorrow she just display one.
Just bring
Because
a new one.
one elderly man told me, he said, the man a bike man. So when he was asking me, how is your wife? It's been a long time though. I said, yeah, she's fine. Oh, that was when the first pregnancy. I said, we're expecting a baby. He said, you know one thing about women? I said, yes. If you want to tell anybody that wants to advise me about women, I will listen. He said, character where woman gets when he is single, different. Character where woman go get
when he marry,
different. Say character where she go come get when he
belle.
born, or when she get
belle different from when she born.
Then when she born, different. Say that thing they grow na level of
new
just be like plants.
New update. Then they update the words.
The man can say, then if she can't really born man for you as an African lady,
she don't settle down.
say now that you go really know whether your wife that this or that. I can say, that's cool. Then there is this thing I will tell us. I'm actually the youngest in marriage, huh? Or
Steven is the youngest.
I'm the baby of the house.
all right. Well, let me say I've been learning from observation, and also, I've gone to some marriage teachings and all. Okay, a man told me one thing that also been guiding, probably based on secrets, has been guiding my marriage is this. Elderly man said, Ben, whenever you get married, check the age you got married. If you're 25 when you got married, he said, know it that for 25 years, you have been living on your own with different character, different teaching, different understanding. You understand yourself, you know where you're going, where you're not going, what you like, what you don't like. He said, now you're marrying someone else who is probably 22 or 21, and for that same range of age, she has been living with different character, different mindset, different understanding, different upbringing. He said, do you know what you do as a wise person? He said, give your wife her exact age. Then if she doesn't change, you have every right to say, I don't want it again. Now I said,
give your wife your exact age. Okay, if she's 20,
if she's 22, so allow her to get to 44.
Okay, so she needs that amount of
Sit
years
down
to
to live
unlearn,
with you.
to unlearn and to
Hell,
relearn
to say,
everything.
okay, I'm staying with this man. Oh, for all this while, I mean, you're supposed to, by this age, you're supposed to have understood me now.
And if you have stayed with somebody for
that,
22,
what are you doing? So at the end, I said, so, okay,
Nice,
that means
nice.
if my wife is 30 years, I will wait for 60. He said yes.
So after 60,
Say,
you want to now come and
60
divorce
years,
somebody.
Over 60 years, and if you see say this and she doesn't understand or do like this, she doesn't understand. That means she's not your wife. And I say, sir, that means no need to break marriage. Say
That's the
my
point he's
lesson.
trying to
That's the
make.
point. Yeah.
Alright. So it's actually synced. When I
Okay, so we'll be running up in time now, but I just want us to clarify this whole point. So what do you think? What's is going to be your reaction to a new development, a new finding when it comes to marriage?
Well, I'll speak for myself because
Definitely, she won't speak for me.
because living with my wife in the past 2 years now. In fact, once I notice something different, I'll have to move backward. I'll look, I'll just move backward. But after she gave birth, I've been seeing a lot of, and I've been, as a mature man, sometimes I even forget that my wife just gave birth to. Guy, use your sense. All these things she's exhibiting, you have to be patient with her. It's not. I was actually in the labor room. I witnessed everything. So sometimes when she reacts like that, I just move backward. I say, okay.
Maybe just a face.
Let me exactly. She's going through. She's going through. In fact, sometimes when I come close to her, she say, don't come close to me.
So if I'm getting what you're saying, the only way you handle it is from a place of understanding, trying to give reasons.
I have to give reasons and understand
why you think she's doing what she's
understand her. Yeah. So
okay, so everybody keep quiet now. Let's learn from.
But I believe,
let's learn from
I believe
our daddy in the Lord.
if you bishop in the Lord, I believe if you notice any new thing from your spouse, your wife, I think like me, I always call her in the midnight.
Okay, I told you that you should listen.
Yes, I always when she's as in
the calm of the night.
When witches are flying,
I will call her and I will wake her up, and I will tell her if what she does, if it's good, fine. But if it's not good, I have to tell her that this one you did. Even one happened 2 days ago. But I called her. I think on Friday I called her and I was like, this thing I saw like this. Please, you need to understand. You need to stop it.
Sorry,
because it's not getting well. No. Wait.
So what happened when you wake somebody at the middle of the night?
Sorry, that's
and as you are trying to tell, I beg.
Victor, sorry.
See, there is something.
I want to ask you. Sorry. I want to ask you something.
If you check me, I can't sleep again.
Okay.
The last podcast we did.
Okay.
Stephen made a statement. What works for me.
Okay. So you've learned that over time that's what works.
Most of our discussions are in the night. Most of our discussion, say your mind is your mind. You have a very bad mind.
What you're saying now makes me understand that you are the oracle here in the marriage. Because what I actually wanted to ask you is, does this actually works for? Because my wife has tried it like 2 or 3 times, and I can't even remember
what you said.
You heard the statement.
In the night,
I wake up to talk to you.
You remember that you have a discussion. But you don't know what you said.
Something serious.
Anything you said there, you just.
My wife has only woken me up in the middle of the night once.
And she not like what happened after that. After what you told her that night, she don't wake again.
No, most of our discussions, we don't discuss it.
I bet.
Once I touch her like this, she know this is something serious.
So I think to draw a conclusion from what he's saying, everybody should know what works for them.
Yeah.
So every marriage is different. Yeah. So it's been able to come from that point. Like you just see, you said it now, it makes sense. Yeah. That works for you. And 2 of them right here can testify that is a no-go area
for them. Yeah.
You understand? Right. And they have other different methods that works for them that doesn't work for you. So I think on this note, we'll be calling it an end for this very episode of...
Before you end, the Oga host. Also, please tell our viewers, one thing with these secret ingredients we're talking about. like what you just concluded with, what works for me might not works for you.
Yeah.
So don't go and be saying, patient. This guy is being patient.
Okay.
So let me apply patient.
Right. Sure.
And this guy is
These are personal.
This is our
Yeah,
own.
exactly.
So when you get married, discover your
your own secret ingredient.
Like some of us, I used to tell some of us story. When I was living with my brother, Bremeka, when he was in school, then he just got married. Bremeka's wife will fuck up, as in
Like
she will mess up like this. You see, my brother will still call and say, "I'm very, very sorry." And you will be angry.
Wow.
I was like, if my brother goes to maybe this FAC fellowship again, I will call her. Say, if I'm your husband, say, why will you do something wrong? And my brother will still come and ask, and you still be doing guy on top of it. So, but my brother called me one day and said, "Chizoba, you're gonna get married though. So when you get married, there is time you will do something and you will ask your wife. You will say, I'm very, very sorry." But I said, bro, I will not tell my wife every time sorry, whether or she do.
My brother says
like,
that.
my brother one, no, if you work for me.
My brother says that to me every day. I say,
also, well,
Victor, no worry, you go soon marry. By the time you marry,
also,
you go know, you go understand women.
My marriage, every marriage, way OG, things work for them. So
pick your Panadol.
Everybody have his or her own
Okay,
way of-
these men. Sorry, I think I would need to cut us now. These men here are tested and trusted. They have experience when it comes to marriage. So if you let them talk, they will keep on going on and on and on.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's on this point I say we call it end for this episode of the podcast. But you can drop your own ingredients on the comment section. What you think works for you? Is there something that you think really works that we did not mention? Just drop it there, and if it's worth talking about, we might have to have an episode about that and discuss that in detail.
Yeah.
Until we meet you again, remain marriageable. Peace. Signing out.